Nikamuuliza utakuja lini? Akaniambia hata hajui atarudi lini. Probably Monday, siko sure. Nikamwambia basi kama hata uko sure, there's no way mimi nitabaki kwa nyumba peke yangu. Let me go back to my sister's home. And then since tunaingia mwezi wa Ramadhani, unajua mimi na wewe hatujaoana. Nitakwenda Mombasa. So what you do for me, just book a flight for me for tomorrow. But tonight be assured me I will not sleep at home. He kind of like insisted, no, like unaona shingo pande. But nilikuwa nisha make up my mind that I would leave. So I left a call, I prepared, left, he sent money, we booked the flight, and I went to my sister's place. I never heard from Anwar again. That was the last day I heard from him. The next day I traveled, I took my flight to Mombasa. As a woman, you'd be hurt. You were with a person, he did not check how you got to your sister's place. He did not even check on you if you got to Mombasa. I mean, the friends, how do they say, the calls that used to come all the time, there was nothing, no text messages. I didn't call him, I didn't text him as well. Nikasema nitakaa ngumu. So 3 weeks down the line, I started feeling, kama mtu amekuwa nawe na probably you've not done HIV test, and then all of a sudden ameenda chini ya maji, utajishuku. Nilikuwa nishaanza kusikia kama nakohoa, kama tumbo yanauma, kama natapika. It was there. So I got a pregnancy test and kit and kapima kawa na mimba. Kasema alhamdulillah, sababu na mtoto mmoja. He's 15 years. I said, oh God, nimechunga hizi miaka zote leo nimempa mtoto. Nashukuru. But my other worry was now, nimepata mimi. Definitely, ukimwi utakuwa positive. Huyu ni mwana. Kwa nyumba, vile aliponiacha, wanawake sisi wasororaji. Lakini haikuwa mbali, kulikuwa na mafuta ya Carolite, kulikuwa earrings, there was a blow dryer, I opened the cupboard, there was, kulikuwa na vitu tu moja wasichana. But zilikuwa zimefichwa, yani huwezi ziangalie hivyo. So I went to Huduma Center in town, Mombasa town. That guy was the best, I will never forget him. He took his time, almost 3 hours with me, and was going for a tournament for the Senate. I think they exercise every morning at 5, I'm not sure. But alikuwa shavalia jazi yake. He wanted us to go, but I was too tired. And at first I didn't want limelight, because once I was seen outside there with him at a football pitch, and these are always viewers, something will just come out. So I didn't want. I said no. Akasema sawa. I fell back asleep and he left. He left and I don't know, he came back later at 10. Everything seemed to be fine. I prepared his breakfast. Anwar is very disorganized, just like any other man. Anatolia nguo pale mlangoni, collected all his dirty clothes and made him his breakfast. We got talking, but as I was seated with him that morning for breakfast, I didn't take anything. Anwar started a conversation which was not very comfortable for me. And it was a conversation which today I don't want to hide. He was bringing it in a joking way, but to me I took it in another way. He said, umejua babe, mimi watu wakinikasirishanga, si tunamalizanga tu mara moja. Acha nikushow jinsi ufanye. Kuna mtu mwingine trying to speak at me. Because in the house we're not even speaking a lot of Kiswahili, tulikuwa tunaongea Kiganda, and we had our stories back and forth. And sasa akaileta hiyo story, mimi pia nikajaribu kumwambia hizi mambo tu tu mimi najuanga, yani sikutaka kumuonesha nimeogopa. Nimework na state, nimework hotelini back in Uganda. I have met people like you, so I'm not really scared. Akanipigia stories zake vile ameshikwa. Yani his stories are threatening stories. Yani mimi ninachoma shule, mimi nilifanya nini, mimi nafanya nini, mimi polisi nao siwaogopi because nimekuwa na ujana, kitu kama hii, nimekuwa mtundu kutoka udogoni and so forth. So hapo nikaanza tu kuogopa, lakini sikutaka kumuonesha. Then tulikuwa tuna watch the Labor Day celebration, and then when ikaisha, he was basically on his phone. We were seated apart. Something happened there. No, before that, he told me he is going to sleep. I should call him after 2 hours. I told him I don't want to sleep, it's during the day. So I went and sat outside with the dogs around and the people. I was just talking to them or minding my business on phone. So 2 hours later, I forgot, like, alikuwa nimwambie kwa. Nikasikia tu, "Hani!" Toka juu, yani nikashtuka. Naambia wewe nakwambia utaamsha na hujaniamsha, nakwambia niamshe sana. After 2 hours hujaniamsha, lakini usijali nimeamka. So akateremka chini. I was traveling to Nairobi that day. I was supposed to take my daughter back to school. So he asked me if I could go to Nairobi. Then I was like, actually I'm on my way to Nairobi. He kept on calling me every after 10 minutes, you know, and with sweet words. And being that I had not been in a relationship for quite a while, honestly, I wouldn't lie. There was just something about him. His later message, probably an hour later, would you want to have lunch with me? I mean, would you want to have lunch or dinner? I didn't understand his question, but then I said probably I will do dinner. Then he sent some money on my phone immediately. I didn't ask him for any money, clarification. He sent money on my phone, and he wished me a safe trip to Nairobi. And all through the journey to Nairobi, we kept in communication. Every after 10 minutes he would call. He would update me where he was, what he was doing, and on that day he was traveling to Nanyuki. So he kept on telling me, we've stopped, we've done it, you know, just to keep me on the know. And I thought, oh my God, I found someone I think who wants to be with me, because it came from the business and now it is getting to know you. I want to know you, what do you do? I was very honest about my age to him and even joked about it. I told him, you know, because I asked him how old he was, and he told me he's 33. He's about getting 34 that time. So I told him, hey, mimi the love names. And he even wished that I was in Lamu with him, but I told him, don't worry, he will still come here. So 2 days later, he came back. I really don't want to dwell on how we kept on communicating. But 2 days later, he came back and he insisted he wanted to see me. And at first I said no, because this is just the person I had met on Facebook. And, you know, the speed at which he was taking me was very fast. And, you know, we had even spoken about my daughter. He offered to, you know, my daughter and I to now literally stay at his place. We don't need to stay at my parents' home or my sister's home when I'm in Nairobi, but we can stay at his place. So on that fateful day, I think it was either Tuesday, I took my daughter to school on a Tuesday, and we had a meeting at the residence of the DP, and he kept on sending me the pictures and the program. It is there. And he asked me, we were supposed to meet at around 2 o'clock, but unfortunately the meeting took long. He pushed it to 4. Again, it took long. So